Cher here, and today we're finally gonna do a video that I've been begging myself to do for quite a while now because I saw a bunch of other YouTubers do it, and I thought, why the heck not? But instead of picking and choosing who I wanted to put in this video, because I would be extremely biased if I put the boys that I did in this video, if you haven't looked at the title of this video yet. So I asked my friends on our little shiny K-pop Discord to help me out, and boy did they deliver on the candidates for this video called Date or Nah. So before I move on to the actual entire video itself, basically this is a little game that I made for myself where my Discord friends sent me a bunch of pictures and names of K-pop idols or actors who, would I date them upon glance or upon knowing their personality, or would I not? I'm gonna say this a million times. Before I get into the actual video itself, remember, these are just my opinions, so if I said no to dating your personal favorite idol, it's not that I have anything against them. Actually, it kind of depends which group they're from or who actually they are, but that's besides the point. It's my opinion. I just have different tastes in men who I want to date. They're most likely going to be different from yours. Plus, I'm an adult, so I kind of am looking at this at a more realistic glance. Some of it's fantasy, some of it is more what my actual tastes are, as I've had dating experience over the years. So please no attacking comments in this video, because if things get nasty, those comments will be deleted. So anyway, let's get a move on, shall we? So our first candidate is Mark Twain from GOT7. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a GOT7 stan per se, but I will say that GOT7 has got some pretty good songs, and Mark in particular is one of the rappers in the group, and it's very rare for me to fall for a rapper, or a rapper would be my bias from a group. I mean, they would have to be really, really talented in order to pique my interest. And if you guys watched my past videos, I really don't like mainstream rap music. And I've said before that K-rap, depending on who it is kind of bad. But Mark Twain is actually not that bad. He's got some pretty decent flow from what I've heard from GOT7 songs. Has he always had his face that slim, or is that just makeup and lighting doing that? He's pretty good looking, I'm not gonna lie. My typing, guys, immediately is, I always go or want to go for someone who's, I don't want to say he doesn't take care of his body, because first of all, you can take care of your body without constantly working out all the time, and that's no offense to people who want to work out and get that body structure. You could do whatever the heck you want. It's just, from past experience, I've usually gone for the guys who have a, I'm not saying this to offend anyone at all, like a more geeky, nerdy figure. I don't know what it is about it, but it's like a sincere body type to me. It's not that if you have a more muscular body that it's not sincere, because again, every body type is different, but Mark Twain is definitely the type of guy I would be fawning over if I've listened to GOT7 more, or if I stand GOT7. Yeah, I'd date him. Like, yeah, if he asked me out, I would be like, yeah, let's go get like a thing of boba tea. But before I do, how old is he exactly? Holy crap, he's only 27 years old? He's only 2 years older than me? That can't be right. That cannot be right. He looks like he's way younger. And I know it's done on purpose, that idols are made out to be younger than they actually are. I know that's done on purpose, so I'm gonna be experiencing a lot of that type of whiplash throughout this video. So next on our list, I find this very interesting how these two got paired up together like in the list like this. It's Mark from NCT. And okay, fine. Like, I don't think all of NCT are that bad. It's just, oh god, why is my hair doing this? Anyway, I don't think all of NCT are that bad. It's just NCT gets way overhyped because basically, I made a previous comment or a comment before where it's like, oh, NCT is basically the Love Live of K-pop. It's like you have one NCT, but then it goes to all different subunits because it's like a giant project of how many boy groups we could create for how many fans can support the whole entire like franchise. It's almost like Disney and its whole like subunits of animation companies. Mark's okay. Like, he's okay looking. I mean, he's attractive for sure. Like in his more mature pictures, he definitely looks like he's a catch. But then in a lot of his idol pictures, I don't know if this is because these are his younger pictures, but he looks very young with makeup on. And again, I know they do this on purpose. Okay, I just looked up his more recent photos from 2021, and like they give him the more older look because of course he's old. Of course he's now older, but yeah, he's okay looking. He doesn't look that bad. Like, how old is he? I'm gonna be doing this a lot where I'm wondering how old these people are. 21. This is a joke, right? This guy looks like how old Mark Twain is. He's actually 21 years old. Hot gosh darn. Like, look, I'm 25 years old, and I'm very picky when it comes to how old like my guy should be because I'm way past or at least I think I'm way past my college prime now. I should not be dating like 19 or 18-year-olds. Like, no, like they're now babies to me. Like, they're just getting into college and they're finding out what adulthood is actually like. I can't do that anymore. But Mark Lee, he actually, well, him being in the idol industry for quite some time, like, I think he might, I don't know, I mean, looks, not all celebrities are gonna have real world experience, especially if a lot of them are like child stars. I'm just gonna say date because I'm like, look, maybe we can get like a cup of coffee or something, and I would like to see where it goes. Hajjun from The Rose. Okay, I discovered The Rose when I first finally returned to K-pop music again, because the first time I got into K-pop, it was 2010. And a friend of mine introduced me to both SHINee and Girls' Generation, who are still my favorite K-pop groups to this day, especially SHINee. And my friend also introduced me to, of course, my favorite idol of all time. So I only knew certain level of groups at the time, or amount of groups at the time. I didn't know that they were so much more than that until many years later, of course, when, you know, BTS started getting popular in the United States and everything. So that's when I was like, fine, I'll go down the rabbit hole and see what it is. And The Rose was one of the smaller groups that I was introduced to. And The Rose makes really, really, really good music, in my opinion. Like, some of my favorite songs are from The Rose. And Hajjun is the drummer of the band, and that boy can hit those drums. I don't know, like, some of his pictures, they make him look really good, but then some of the other pictures that I'm finding on Google with the lighting, it's like, I don't know, it's like they should be great, but they're not that great for some reason, and I don't know why. I don't know why Google's like this. Yeah, even in 2021, I can't find any decent pictures of this guy. Okay, so actually Hajjun did officially enlist in the Air Force military band back in October of 2020. So yes, he is currently in military service right now. So that's why we're not getting like any modern pictures. So I'm gonna have to make do with what I can. But yeah, I think Hajjun looks good. Pretty good drummer, like he's good looking. So if he were to ask me out, maybe to go bowling or something, I'd be like, yeah, totally. So Young K from Day 6. I sort of kind of got into Day 6, again, when I had my second coming of K-pop introducement. Day 6 has a pretty eclectic discography. And I like it. But their most recent stuff, it's like, first, like, their original concept was kind of more leaning towards rock music because they're a band, which I really like. Like, K-Rock is actually pretty decent. But now they're leaning more towards the modern, like, or quote-unquote modern pop sound, and I don't know. I really want to like it because these boys are talented, but I don't know. I don't know. But Young K here? Yeah, he, like, oh my god, in this picture with him in that blue and white sweater, that is so cute. But yeah, when he's in his, like, rock and business attire, like, he looks good. I mean, if he were to ask, I don't know, if he were to ask me to get lunch somewhere, I mean, I wouldn't turn him down specifically. Like, I just don't really know him. I don't know Day 6 that well, but, yeah, I totally do it. Yeonjun from TXT. Like, there are two versions of him as far as I'm seeing on Google right now. There's the one with his pink hair. And the pink hair doesn't look that bad. And I know I shouldn't really judge these guys by the color of their hair because idols change their hair, like, depending on, like, what their comeback is or what their concept is. But the pink hair kind of makes him look paler than he actually is, and it kind of bothers me. Like, I know his skin's probably not like that, and it's most likely the makeup too, but, like, I know he's kind of going for, like, the punk look, and it's not bad. It's just not really the type of style I like. He doesn't have to change his style for me. I would never ask to do that, especially when you're in the idol business, but then I see pictures with his black hair, and he definitely looks better with black hair, most definitely. MC1, one of my favorite K-pop songs of all time, which I've been introduced to, I was introduced to, I think almost a year ago, is Ghost of Wind. Oh my god, that song is a fucking slapping bop. I'm just, like, if you have any time to go look up Ghost of Wind, please do. He definitely looks, like, very skinny, and his facial proportions are very different from the guys that I looked at earlier. I really don't know. I guess he almost looks more natural looking because he is also an actor now, because some of the Zia members I think are in the military, so Zia's on hiatus right now. Oh, I should have said this earlier, but if I pronounce any names wrong in this video, I am so sorry. Like, my Korean is really bad, so I'm trying to pronounce them as respectfully as I possibly can, so please don't yell at me, swarming the comments section with, oh, you pronounced this guy's name wrong, you pronounced this guy's name wrong, how dare you. So please, please give me a break here. I'm trying to remember correctly, is this guy also married? Okay, according to this, they says he was in one relationship before, he's not dating anyone currently. I don't know why I thought he had a girlfriend. I guess because he's older and he looks like he should be in the dating stage, but I don't know. I don't know why I thought that. I'm dumb. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to say nah for this. It's nothing against him because, like I said, I am growing to love Zia more and more by the day. But I don't know. I guess MC1's not really my type. Like, no offense to him. He's still good looking, but just not my type. So next we have Dong Wook. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Again, I am also sorry for pronouncing these names wrong. I'm gonna say sorry a million times in this video. And he is a K actor, and he's been in K dramas such as Goblin, Life, Touch Your Heart, Strangers from Hell also, Tales of the Nine-Tailed, and this upcoming drama called Bad and Crazy, which will premiere on his birthday this year. So if that's gonna be revealed on his birthday, how old is this guy? Because he looks definitely way older than Siwon was. 39. Yeah, that is about right. I mean, not gonna lie, that I assumed that he was gonna be much older. Like, I expected to be in his early 40s, late 30s, so I was right. Don't get me wrong, I bet he is the nicest guy in real life. Like, I have no qualms about that, but he would be way too old for me to date in particular. And he definitely deserves someone like around his age. Like he's around that time where, wait, is he married or does he have, come to think about it? Okay, so I'm finding nothing about that. So I'm going to assume he's single for the sake of assuming it. But he definitely deserves to be with someone around his own age, and I wish him the best of luck. Leo from VIX. I don't know too much about VIX either, to be honest. And I think Leo might be in the military also. I mean, there are a lot of pop idols that are in the military service right now. Leo is definitely not my type by appearance because, well, okay, maybe I should not talk about like skin color because I'm white and I know I'm pale by white standards, but maybe it's because of the picture I'm looking at, but his eyes look kind of like they're looking straight into my soul and not in a good way. I'm just gonna leave at this guy with nah for now. Mainly because he definitely has more of that like punk goth look. It's not really my aesthetic. I don't think I would go together with him anyway. Woo-sung, also from The Rose. Okay, he's definitely the opposite in appearance from hajjun from earlier, but I do like that, like in this picture, how he parts his lips, like how his top teeth are showing, like he's like, yeah. Like, okay, with him with orange hair, that actually looks pretty cool. Like, I dig that. And especially with the outfit, with the, I wouldn't call that, is that plaid or is that more like a stitch cross, like type of shirt? With the white t-shirt underneath, yeah, that doesn't look that bad. And of course, there's the obligatory picture with him with the dog. Oh, and he has like a little rose tattoo. Like, I can't tell if that's fake or if that's real, but knowing South Korea, that's probably fake, and that was put onto him for promoting the comeback that was going on at the time. But he has a little baby husky, and I love it. He's so cute, and he's shirtless. Like, holy God, that's so hot. In short, yes. Like, totally, yes. I would date this guy if he were to ask. Kanghyun from Wonho. At least I hope that's how you pronounce the band, because I'm starting to become a stan of this band now. And their song Aurora. Yes. Him with the short blonde hair there. Yeah, like, short hair definitely suits this guy. It absolutely does. Like, his facial features are a lot more pronounced, I think, with that color and length of hair. Most definitely. I would say yes, because I love Wonho that much. And if he were to ask me, I don't know, to get like ramen or something, yeah, I'd give him a chance. I'm a fool for you. DK from 17. I love 17. Like, almost every song that they release is like a complete bop. Like, okay, last year when they released Left and Right, that song is fire. But DK though, I don't know. Like, there are definitely other members in the group that I would pick to go out with. I mean, don't get me wrong, DK is definitely attractive. Oh, especially this tongue picture, that is actually pretty cute. But I don't know, his face, it kind of looks like the bottom of the number 8. Like it's a different type of oval shaped face. I call it the number 8 face. Totally bet he's nice, but would I date him personally? Probably not. So for all the carrots out there who have just heard that I would not date DK, I'm really, really sorry. 오늘은 그만 가는 게 낫겠다. 오빠. So next we got Hyungwok. He's another K actor, and he's been in K-dramas such as Search, She Would Never Know, and he's in production of The Bride of Black. He looks definitely older than who I should be dating, So I really gotta look up his age before I start making assumptions here. 36 years old. So, I almost kind of made this mental rule in my head where I think that at the very most, maybe 9 or 10 years older than me is kind of the proper borderline of who or how old the guy I'm dating should be. But even then, I think that's kind of pushing it because I am still young, and when you're in your mid-30s, you're kind of in that part of your life where you know where you are and what you're doing. So I think Hyungwok, I'm sure he's a very nice guy. I hope so. I'm sure he is. But I think he's way too old for me at this point. Does this man need a proper introduction? Cha Eun-woo, does he need any introduction at all? Like, for Cha Eun-woo, like, he's the kind of guy who, if he walked up to me in the middle of the road, like on a, God forbid, like, busy day in New York City or whatever, and if he walks up to me and he asks me, or he says to me that he has a hotel room booked somewhere uptown, and he's like, would you come to this nice restaurant at this hotel with me, and then we can go somewhere afterwards, I would immediately say yes. I would not think about it. I would not think about the consequences. I would just say yes. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. And this guy is only 1 year younger than me, but he definitely looks like he should be like 29, 28 years old or something. Like, ever since I first saw him in Astro, I knew he was the one. Like without a doubt, without a slim of doubt, he was going to be my bias in that group, and for many reasons. He is multi-talented in every way, shape, or form, and just look at him. I watched a YouTuber who said that Wonho just looked a little too pretty, so they wouldn't go out with him, and I'm just like, what do you mean too pretty? He's the right amount of gorgeous. Like, there are other guys who are probably too pretty for me, but this guy is the right amount of pretty for me. So I'm just like, he's one of the first ones who invents the category of there's date, there's nah, and then there's absolutely. Like, without question, absolutely. So he's in that top tier yes. So next we have Songwook from Entic. Okay, I'm gonna be flat out honest with you. I have no idea what Entic is. Yeah, this group debuted just 3 years ago. Like, I've only looked them up like once before, and the guys in this group, they definitely have an appearance that is not your typical K-pop group like visuals. And I'm not saying that as a bad thing. Like, I wish them all the best, and it looks like they're still active, but again, I've never heard any of their songs before. I do not know who these boys are in particular. And Songwook, he's not bad looking. He definitely does have a different kind of appearance. I would really, really hate to just reject him, like, flat out, because I do believe that he's probably a nice guy, but he looks like a guy I would more rather be friends with than actually date. Like, he looks like he could be my childhood friend from school or something. Like, I know that sounds very bad, but he kind of gives off that, like, childhood friend vibe. And, like, it's a nah for me. And for any Entic fans out there, like, I don't know who you guys are, but I highly believe you exist out there. I'm really, really sorry. Hey guys, this is Cait Cher, but it's from the future this time. So, as I was editing this video that you guys are watching right now, I decided to do some more research about the group because about this entry, I felt like he wasn't given it enough justice. And this, when I said he was more of a friend, I kind of friend zoned him, even though I didn't know much information about the guy. I just felt like, in order to do, like, this guy justice, let me look up the group, let me look up their songs, and holy God, there is only one word I can describe Entic as, and it's underrated. And it makes me feel bad that I said what I said because this group only has 3 songs. Once again, Do You Know Who I Am and Fiction. And in my personal opinion, once again, and Do You Know Who I Am are bangers. Like, I think if I had done like K-pop stuff back in 2018, I definitely would have put Entic as one of the like best debut acts, because even though these boys don't look to be your typical K-pop boy group, because I mean, if you took a look at them, they're not exactly BTS. Like, they are such talented vocalists and rappers that I could have sworn that I could have mistaken them for, I don't know, maybe Pentagon or 17 or something. And I was like, okay, now I understand why Songwook was actually put or messaged to me in my DMs, because he was so worth it. Like, watching him perform in those music videos, a lot of me died that I said what I said. So actually, this little portion of the video is actually me changing my opinion, and I'm saying, Songwook, I would definitely date you if you ever asked me. So, I mean, if you're watching this, please do. Next, we got the 8, also from 17. He just, I think about a month or so ago, he just released his solo debut single. And the single's pretty good. It's not that bad. But, like, okay, with him, the look and the glasses, that's definitely a choice, but not a bad choice in a way. Like, I know in Asia they will have appearances, like, of costume that's definitely more usual to them or unusual to us. Like, he is an attractive guy. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, the 8 is pretty good looking. But I don't know, like, based off of his single, like, again, it's not a bad song, but I don't know, he's just kind of plain. Like, not in a bad way, but, like, there's really not a spark that he has that really gripped me into 17. Definitely not for me, per se. Okay, so next we have Lucas, also from NCT. In these pictures that I found, he looks very young. I was surprised at how young Mark was, so it probably won't surprise me. Okay, Lucas is only 22. That's not bad. So he's fine. In the age department, he's fine. But I like his earring. I like how he wears like the double earrings. That's cute. Or I wouldn't call him cute. He definitely has more of a, like, he has the fuckboy type of vibe. But I'm assuming that's the vibe that his idol, like, persona is. I don't know if that's how he is in real life or not, but that's probably the style that he chooses or he wears for the group. Even though he's 22 years old, he's giving me the he just graduated from high school vibe, and that kind of makes me feel uncomfortable in a way. Like I said, don't get me wrong, I think Lucas is charming. Like, he probably is. So, but I'm gonna have to say nah on this one, fam. Okay, next we have Seongyou from N-Flying, and I think I've said this before, but N-Flying is a really good band. A really good K-pop band, and they just released a new song recently, Moonshot. It's really good. I highly suggest you go stream it right now. Okay, when looking at more pictures on Google, his face is a little like, he has more meat in his face than I thought, but he's not bad looking, definitely not bad. I would say he's the definition of like your average Joe, which again is not a bad thing. Like, I know there are people out there who are interested in that look. Again, maybe he might be a little too plain for my liking, and that's a really bad thing to say. At least for me, I think that's a really bad thing to say, and I'm sorry. I mean, I love you, N-Flying, honest to God I do, but would I pick him as my bias from that group? Most certainly not. Hyungwok from Monsta X! Yes! Yes! I love my Discord friends for giving me this picture. Thank you. So one of the first ever groups in my reintroduction to K-pop that I stand after I bought tickets to see their online live show, like in the fall of 2020, was Monsta X. They rocked that concert. They absolutely, like that was a perfect concert. And I noticed both Hyungwon and I.M from the crowd, and Hyungwon though, his vocals, yes. Just like Sean Unwoo, like he goes into the top tier category. Top tier, yes. Like if he came up to me and he wanted to take me to like a movie premiere, I'd say yes, absolutely. Like I do it, like, or just about anything. He will take me to anything, and I'll be like, yes, absolutely, please take me, daddy, yes. Okay, next we have Zeon from Wonho. Okay, I think they gave me a really old picture to look at, because Zeon from Wonho does not look like that anymore. And I followed Wonho for a pretty long bit now, and for his latest comeback, he had like white longish hair. Like he looks like a warrior or a palace guard from a historical K-drama now. Rewind by Wonho is like my favorite Wonho song. Like I know it's B-side, but like him and Rewind was like, yes, absolutely. Like you need to watch those like performance videos of Zeon in Rewind. Like I know there's a special clip somewhere on YouTube that you could watch. This guy is attractive. Like I would definitely, like if he like were to ask me to like go to the beach or something, I would say yes, absolutely. I would show off my bikini body for you, Zeon. Okay, next we have, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, for sure, certain. I don't know if it's Rie or Ray. I think it's pronounced Ray because that's how I've been pronouncing it ever since I was planning this video, but I could be very, very wrong. Like, he definitely looks like, you know, that geeky teenager who would sit in the back of the class in high school, which is not a bad thing. Like, he's pretty cute. And then I see more of his, like, teaser pictures, his promo pictures, and with shorter, like, with also the short hair, but then also with longer hair. He's good looking, for sure. Kind of like how I was talking about at the beginning of this video. There are guys where I would give them a chance if they asked me, and he's definitely one of those guys I would definitely give him a chance, because I don't know too much exactly about only one of, like when they had their Libido comeback, that was like when I really got the picture of what this group was about. And Libido is not bad. I was also caught in the controversy of like, is Libido actually like doing a bad thing for the LGBT with its LGBT concept or boys love concept, or was it actually doing good for it? I'm straight. I don't have a right to speak on that matter. So yeah, I would definitely give him a chance. Like that one chance, like if he does good, then I'll be like, okay, we have something going on. I think we got some chemistry. Yeah, like most definitely.
Yo, let me introduce you to some new tales.
Okay, next we have Taehyung from NCT, and he is most definitely from Super M because I do remember him when Super M debuted. Like, I could talk about Super M for hours and how kind of useless Super M is, but the only reason why I listened to Super M in the first place is because a certain member's in it, but I will talk about him later. Don't get me wrong, he is good looking from the photos I'm looking at. Definitely, I can see why girls would be flocking to him. You know when you used to watch those like classic Disney Channel movies like High School Musical or Camp Rock or something, there's always that one like guy love interest who's like too pretty for you, and you kind of don't deserve him because of how pretty he looks. Taehyung is giving me that vibe most certainly, and I don't think it's his fault, but like he's definitely giving the vibe where it's like he's kind of too pretty for the girls who flock over to him, ask like with marriage proposals and stuff. I have to say no. Next, we have N from VIX. Like, he's also giving me, like, plain vibes, but he's also kind of has the vibe of, like, he's kind of almost too pretty for you, but almost not there. I don't know, like, N's not really giving me anything. Oh boy, we're getting to the semi-controversial stuff now. Jungkook from BAP. So, when I was reintroducing myself to K-pop, little did I know that, just like Western pop culture, K-pop culture can be also very messy. Jungkook didn't do anything wrong in particular. When I looked up the article, what I found was his band member or group member, Himchan, was the one who was sent to prison for 10 months because of a sexual assault charge. And if you know me, for like personally for sure, like I am like if you have anything on your record that involves a sex crime, like sexual assault, sexual harassment, like anything bigger than that or any other way, you are done. Like, I am not going to associate myself with you at all. And like I said, it's Himchan, not Jungkook specifically that this happened to. But like, usually when a group member gets involved with heavy crime stuff like that, it kind of puts a huge dent into the group that you're promoting for. Like, the other members could be completely innocent. They had nothing to do with it. They didn't know anything about the situation at all. Their reputations would also be tarnished due to a crime like that being noted into their repertoire. I really don't want to say nah because of that situation, but I think I also read in an article somewhere that BAP or Himchan's friends in BAP in particular kind of had an idea that this happened, but they didn't say anything about it. I don't think Jungkook had anything to do with that. Like, BAP was one of the first groups that really gave me the vibes of, okay, because this thing happened, you cannot support this group at all. And I know that's bad. But again, it's my choice. Like, you don't have to agree with me. Like, this is not a politically correct discussion that I'm trying to make here. Like, Jungkook is definitely the type of guy I would not go for it today either. Like, he also kind of looks like a one of the YouTubers that I follow, and it kind of looks bizarre to me. I think the YouTuber even said himself that he looked like, people would say, oh, you look just like Jungkook, and it's kind of weird. So I would definitely say no. And next, we have Jaehyung from N-Flying. Now, Jaehyung is definitely a guy I would say yes if he asked me to take out on a date with, unlike his group mate. Like, he definitely has that look I would definitely be vibing with. Yeah, I would definitely go for it. Oh boy, and I'm probably going to get myself canceled with the next one, so I hope my Discord friends don't hate me. Minyugi from BTS. I already did a video explaining the reasons why I don't like BTS, so I'm not gonna, like, throw up that information again. For the sake of time, I added another category to this that Suga actually partially invented here. It's the fuck no category. First, there's a nice rejection, like, sorry, I don't think we are compatible. And then there's the, you're at a bar and like some fuckboy comes across to you and he tries to take you to the secret back room or something, and you're just like, fuck no, throw your drink in his face and just walk away. Like, in my personal opinion, if he were to do that to me, I would most definitely throw my drink in his face. Absolutely not. I refuse to associate with BTS members in any sort of way. Like, I don't care if they're innocent or not. I just totally refuse to associate myself with them. OMG, finally! Wonho! Finally! I've been looking forward to this. Guys, have you seen Wonho's, like, latest Instagram pics? Like, have you seen them? Like, this guy is ripped. But he's, like, the type of ripped guy who I would actually go for. Like, Wonho is just, like, this humbling guy, like, but he's, like, the big muscular guy, but he has the big heart. he's also the type of guy who, like, I'm sure he has the muscles for this now because he works out every day, but he could probably, like, princess carry me everywhere, and I just absolutely enjoy it. Like, I'm not usually the person who goes for, like, the Hemsworth brothers or anything like that, which Wonho can definitely, like, fit into that category of attractiveness. I've also seen Wonho live on virtual concert. He is just a very talented artist in particular, so again, top tier, yes. Like if he were to come up to me, like, he doesn't even have to ask the question. I would just say, yes, take me anywhere. Take me absolutely anywhere, and I would be happy with it.
Nope.
Next, we have Junji from Only One Of. And this guy, from what I've seen on Google, is very interesting. He seemed to have changed his hairstyle over the years. Like, he has, kind of looks like he has mullet hair now, which is not a bad look for him per se. I kind of prefer this. And then in the picture I have from, like, my friends, he has, like, super long hair that reaches, like, below his arms, which, I mean, he doesn't look bad in that either, especially with the bangs. I think if he didn't have the bangs, I would definitely have said no. But with the bangs, it looks better. But then I see pictures where he has hair that, like, reaches to his neck, but then his bangs, like, cover his eyes as if he's, like, a 90s or early 2000s, like, goth, emo, like, cartoon character. And every time I see this hairstyle, I think of, like, those specific characters from those cartoon shows. It's very weird, but ignoring that, he's kind of cute, like, especially how he looks like currently now without the weird bangs in front of his face. Like, if he didn't have that, yeah, I'd give him a chance. Bangchan from Stray Kids. I'm going to admit I am not a stay. I'm absolutely not a stay at all. And I don't know much about Bangchan just as a person, but I do also know that Stray Kids had some, like, scandals go on lately, and it's not fun. And I'm a person who picks my battles carefully, and battling on why I don't stand Stray Kids is not a battle that I want to fight. So I'm just gonna say nah and be done with it. And then finally, we get to the main reason why I wanted to do this video. Lee Tae-min. It's like, okay, if I was dating Wonho and Tae-min asked me out instead, I would dump Wonho. If Seongyou, like, if I was dating him and Taemin asked me out, I would dump Seongyou for Taemin. I would dump every single person. Even if I was dating a guy for, like, 10 years, if Taemin wants me to be his girlfriend, I would leave him for Taemin. Like, Taemin is the god of everything. He is the reason why I exist. Like, he is the guy, like, people, I don't want to jump into the conversation of who the heck paved the way for K-pop, but if I was forced to fight of who the hell paved the way for K-pop, I would say SHINee and Taemin are definitely the winners of that conversation. No one can top SHINee's Taemin. Like, and remember when I was talking about, like, what, like, he was, one person was the only reason why I listened to Super M in the first place? Taemin is the reason why. Like, Taemin could be asking me out in, like, the least determined, the least, like he wouldn't have to work on his, like, asking me out speech at all. Like, he could be doing the absolute bare minimum for asking me out. And I would say, like, he would have to say, like, one letter. Like, he could just say one letter, and I would have to determine if he's asking me out or not, and I would just say yes anyway. This is Taemin. He is Michael Jackson's K-pop, king of pop. Taemin deserves his own tier. Like, he is, like, god level tier, yes. Like, so yes, there's a 5th tier now, and Taemin is the only person who fits in that tier. Like, if he all of a sudden were to appear in my life and he confessed his love to me, and if he wanted to marry me, even though he didn't know me for like 1 second, I would say yes. He is the kind of person who I want to be my husband one day. Like, have you seen videos of how adorable and then again how awesome and talented this man is? Like, have you even listened to Advice? Like go listen to Advice if you haven't listened to it yet. Advice is like the song of 2021. Not the K-pop song of 2021, the song in general of 2021. I'm calling it right now. It is the top song of K-pop this entire year. Every song is just like, sorry you had your chance. Advice takes the top tier spot. Okay, so my throat kind of hurts after talking about why I love Taehyung so much, but yeah, that's pretty much the end of this video. That's pretty much all the guys that my friends gave me, and I want to thank them again for helping me make this video by sending me all these boys to talk about, these K-pop idols to talk about. I greatly appreciate you, and I hope you enjoyed this like little journey with me. And if you don't like some of my opinions, I am terribly sorry. But again, these are my opinions. I'm allowed to have them. Everyone's allowed to have their tastes. And we all can witness the world turn some more. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like button down below. And if there's any guys that you want me to add to a part 2 to this Date or Nah game, please hit me up in the comments down below, and please make sure that you watch this video all the way to the end so we don't have like duplicate repeats of the guys that I did in this video, because I don't want to shuffle like through all the repeats or else this part 2 video would never happen. But please comment down below of your recommendations for guys I should do for the next video. And if you guys haven't been subscribed to me already, please hit the button, please hit the bell, and so you can get all my videos for the future. And also don't forget to follow me in the social media that I have in the description box. And I'm Cait, and it's been real. Ciao!